Hello out there. The boys are on the air. The boys are back. Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. It is an absolutely beautiful, picture perfect day here today. Lots to be thankful for around here. And I hope everybody is having a great day themselves. Great Tuesday. It is a pleasure to be with you all today. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Yesterday was really, really rough for me. Really rough. But we got a good sleep in last night. We've been hammering fluids. And we made her for the show today. So it's good to see everybody here. Thanks for being here. This one's titled, Who the Heck Wants to Be a Millionaire, Arn? Not Arnie. He doesn't care. Do you care? This is gonna be a good one. I really have no idea where this is gonna go, how long it's gonna take, what we're gonna get into. It's just gonna be a fun journey today. I think that's the name of the game. So I got a couple different things I want to talk about and mention. I actually don't even have coffee today. Have tea. And I have no idea what tea's all about, but not bad. But I also have some energy drink here because I do need some caffeine. This is bullshit herbal tea. No caffeine. I can't go without caffeine in the morning. So we got full fluids here. We got the Element. We got the energy drink with some watered down a bit. And we got some tea, herbal tea, and some pineapple in it. Coffee just doesn't really hit the same when you're feeling like shit. But we're on the mend. We're trending in the right direction, and that's really all you can ask for, I think. So anyways, where do we begin today? Is Zapstream working? It appears to be. It appears as though we're working. Let's just double check, though. Watch. All right, we got some people over there. Samantha's over there already. She's zapped 1,111 sats. Live free Samantha zap. Thank you, Samantha. We had 3 of those roll in from Samantha yesterday. She's on fire. This girl's on fire. Killer 76, the first of the day. Not to be outdone too much. Sats and sunsets as well. Good morning. Good morning. I guess I should put this back up here because we kind of switched lightning walls. We got it all in one spot now. Riz full. All one view for Noster and for anybody who's not on Noster. Nice and easy for you there. So we got comments allowed on there. We got notes. So if you have anything you want to say, that's the place for it. Okay, we got a couple here. Cypher zapped 42. That was, never mind. That was 8 hours ago. Somebody zapped 391 sats. I'm guessing that was sats and sunsets for episode number 391. Holy shit, that's a lot of episodes. That's a lot. You'd think I'd be a little bit better at this by now after 391. It's proof of work. Every episode is a block in the chain. Samantha said, hey, 1,111 sats. And Letha's here too. Letha has zapped 1,000 sats and said, good morning. Thank you, Letha. Good to see you. Samantha's in Rumble too. Jake's over there as well. Need coffee. Yeah, me too, man. I'd kill for a coffee right now. It just doesn't have the same taste, though, when you're sick. Praetorian's here. Good morning, Praetorian. Is this the right place to smile and be happy? Yes, even on the down days, we're going to be smiling and happy here because that's you get the choice. You get to choose every single day you wake up what kind of day you're going to have. There's going to be a couple bad ones here and there. Like yesterday was a bad one for me, but still got some stuff done, had a show, and had a good day. Helped my dad and mom and dad take out the dock at the lake. And then last night, the kind of a sad day, actually. I hate taking out the dock. That means the summer's over. But yeah, last night, all the sickness came out at once. But got a good sleep in, so we're here. Cypher says, good morning, smart money peeps. Is it just me or is this channel community getting bigger? I don't know, Cypher. It seems to me like there's more people in here for sure, like more different, more unique usernames. but YouTube's just been slamming me. I was so fed up yesterday at YouTube. So fed up. But I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is. The answer for me has been just push through it, but it's like, fuck me. It's really annoying more than anything else. I just hate how they have so much ability to affect your life. So we'll see. I don't know. You're probably right though. Like it is growing. It's just it seems like it's either flatlined or going backwards, and it's just annoying. It's just more annoying than anything else. Like I really don't care that much about like subscribers. That's kind of the least important metric. But they're not showing my videos to anybody. That's what really pisses me off. Is this they're pretty much only showing my videos that I post to like a fraction of my subscribers, and that's it. I don't know what caused it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't really know anything, but we're not going to bitch about it. We're just going to keep going, I guess, until we find a better solution. Sketchucation. Good morning. Buck 52 is here. VHF is here. Joshua is here. Stay truthful and humble. I like that one. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you, buddy. And he's on the other one too. God bless you all. Remain humble. Stack, stack, stack. Amen. Travis says, on a skiff sailed young Bitcoin, so spry, its value shot up to the sky. Early adopters, you're set with no trace of regret, while the tardy ones watch with a sigh. Sounds like a Christmas book. All through the we read that book every Christmas, and I still don't even remember it. It's like every year it seems like they add a new page. Or my memory gets worse and worse. Could be either way. Because I don't think that book has changed in 50 years. What a lovely Bitcoin price we have this morning, no doubt. What is it even? Probably down if you're saying that, I'm guessing. Or it's ripping. Z. Looks like a typo, I think. Never checked the price, me neither, Josh. Todd's here. Good morning, Todd. Good to see you, buddy. Sats and Sunsets down 2%, a whole 2% this week. Oh, no. Arnie, Josh says bark twice for future realized gains. Arnie. Oh, you can just see his little head there. Arnie, Josh says bark twice for unrealized gains. No, for realized future gains. No barks from Arnie today. No barks for Arnie. Changing my name to Happy Smile 99. Nice, Scotty. All right. Shit. I have 3 drinks here, and I just realized I don't have any Kleenex. Hold on. Cool. That was a narrow miss. Narrow. It's my biggest fear, sneezing on the live stream and getting like biggest fear. So if I feel it coming on, I might not even say anything. I'm just going to go Houdini out of here. Cleaner Machine is here. Ian, good to see you, my friend. Some might even say great to see you this morning. Bit Billy. Is that a new pick? Bit Billy? Is that a new pick? I don't know. Let's change the color up today a little bit here. There we go. Nice. Nice. Sensei Scotty, welcome. Please remove thy shoes and come sit for some herbal tea and Bitcoin banter. Yes. What the hell was that? Rosh Hashanah, day 2 tomorrow. What the hell is Rosh Hashanah? Ian says, what's your preferred email? I have to renew because my credit card had to be replaced and my subscription to 365 has to be paid. You can send to 88sats@proton.me. Should be here somewhere. There we go. 88sats. Oh, it's big. 88sats@proton.me. And it looks like we got a DCA this morning. Get the pad out. Who would that be from? Todd? Scotty? Haven't seen Duncan in a few days. We'll wait to see who that's from. 88sats@proton.me, Ian. Paulie says, did you notice that Mark Carney rhymes with Bark Arnie? The Wolf of Sat Street. Ooh, that's a good name. Wolf of Sat Street. I like that one. Scotty said, I remember when I had 0 subscribers on YouTube. Wait, I never had more than 0. We don't post any content, Scotty. You frick. Buck52, there's no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man, I've been a poor man, and I choose rich every time. That's there's a guy out there named Andrew Tate, and he's been I've been listening to him a little bit more than usual lately. Again, he says some nonsense for sure, some things I don't agree with, but he's got a lot of good messages out there. And one of the things he says is like, the first thing you should solve in your life is get some money, get rich. Solves everything. Not everything. It doesn't solve everything, but it helps a lot of different things in your life. It takes a lot of stress out of your life. And that should be your number one focus. And I agree. I don't think you should let it consume your life, but I do think that the more economic power you have, the more ability you have in life to make a real difference for whatever that is. And actually, that's one part of it that we're going to talk about today. Conrad Zap 963, a reverse Tesla. I'm actually going to call that one the Conrad Zap. You've officially got yourself your own Zap name, Conrad, for the catnip fund. We gave Lucky catnip one day, and he didn't like it very much. Hold on here. I don't want to be sniffling. All right, we're going to get through it. You're just going to have to bear with me today. It's going to be a good show, I promise. But you're going to have to be patient. Face your fears, let it all out. Good morning, team. Good morning, Matt. Action cures fear. Yeah, where have we heard that before? Jewish New Year. Oh, that's probably why it popped up. Praetorian with a little fiat zap here. $5. Thank you, Praetorian. Appreciate that, my friend. Not me. I'm a DCA strike. I'm on a DCA strike. Oh, okay. It's actually tea today anyways. What's up with your DCA link, Jordan? Not working for me anymore. Shoot. I don't know, man. Sometimes, yeah, it says profile not found. I don't know how Todd did it then. Huh. Don't know. Todd did it. 2655. Thank you, Todd. All right, that was Todd. That's actually who I wrote down. 2655. Thank you, Todd. BitBelly says, I know I posted a thought on being a millionaire the other day, but I want to add a major thought. All right, here we go. Becoming financially free starts with working on yourself. Before you can build your monetary wealth, you have to build your self-awareness. Understanding ourselves and our emotions is first and foremost. Most have a very difficult time with this. There's so much to say about this, hard to fit in here. Yeah, I know, because you don't get a whole lot of space, hey, Billy? Before you can build your monetary wealth, you have to build your self-awareness. Understanding ourselves and our emotions is first and foremost. I agree, man. And that's one of the main principles that I learned from Earl Nightingale. Because when you think about it that way, understanding ourselves and our emotions, I would say understanding ourselves is very important because you have to understand what you're good at. And then you can kind of lean in on those skills. And then you can set yourself up in a way, especially these days. Like it's never been easier to make money. Truly. You have an unlimited reach for pretty much zero budget. I wouldn't say unlimited, especially when you say things that the overlords don't agree with. But for the most part, it's never been easier to make money. And so you have to understand what you're good at. You have to lean in on that, but you also have to understand what it is that you want in life. I really think, oh, I shouldn't say I'm not taking credit for that. That's Earl Nightingale. But I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in you're never going to get to where you're never going to get to where you want to go unless you know where you want to go. And it's a very difficult question to ask yourself. I've gone through it, I don't know, hundreds of times, but close in terms of just asking yourself, what is it that I want? Because if you don't know what you want, then you're really working towards nothing. You're a ship lost at sea. And so I think it is probably one of the most worthwhile exercises that you can do is just to really contemplate over and over and over again what it is that you want. And that's a big part of self awareness and understanding yourself. So I'm not going to speak for Billy there. That's kind of my take on it, but I'm guessing that's kind of along the lines of where he's going with that. But he doesn't have the ability to say as many words as me. He's a little bit constricted to comments. 100%, yes. Snot-nosed kids these days, no doubt. No doubt. Shabbat shalom, my fellow whites. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, well, Letha's over there. We got Mav21 over in the Nostra chat. I didn't even tell Nostra we were live. I guess people are seeing it now on the oh God, I have a meeting right away. No. That's shitty. I didn't think I had meetings on Tuesdays. I don't know how that one snuck in there. Huh. Well, that threw a loop in my day here. I was really excited for this one today. I guess we'll have to postpone. Maybe I'll just copy and paste the whole thing for tomorrow. Shit. Shit. Sorry, everybody. Oh, well, let's enjoy our last little bit of time here together. What can we do? I'm going to share this quickly. I guess we won't have time for plucking around today. Oh, sucky. Oh, well. I mean, somebody's got to pay the bills, right? Something's got to pay the bills, and it ain't YouTube. I was just looking forward to today. Had a really good topic, but we'll save it for tomorrow. No problem. No problem. All right. Yeah, that's a little bit of a deflator there. But I do want to get to this. I did want to show one thing here for sure before we get to the millionaire talk. Did you guys see that Tylenol causes autism now? I popped 2 Tylenol this morning, actually. Cold and sinus. Because I don't think you could find Bitcoin unless you had a little bit of autism in you. Oh, that's not even a post. Shit. Okay. The show really took a turn for the worst in the last 2 seconds here. Oh, well, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ginger's here. Good morning, Ginger. Nailed it. There we go. All right. Thank you, Billy. Ginger's on both. Love that. Lost ship at sea 99. Yes, that's I feel like a lot of people are in that boat. Manual DCF 3333. Wow, good. Nice row of boobs there, Cypher. Thank you, my friend. We'll give that we'll put that as a DCA today, Cypher. It's actually more, so it's definitely deserving of it. Had 3 drinks. I was ready to be here for an hour or two. Working towards the nothing might be the most radical thing we could do. Working towards the nothing might be the most radical thing we could do. I'm not sure if I agree or understand what you're saying there, Jimmy. Working towards the nothing. That is one that is one thing that you hear though a lot from a lot of really rich people is like once you get to a certain point of wealth, it doesn't really add too much benefit. And then so once you get to that point, it does seem like people start working towards doing less with their life, which I totally resonate with. I've been grinding pretty hard here for the last 2 years. Well, beyond that, actually, probably for the last 10 years between work, school. Because when I was going through my CPA, that was a ride, man. That was like, I was telling somebody about this on the weekend. Actually, I said for pretty much a year straight, maybe a year and a half straight, the only thing that I ate was chicken breasts and spinach. Because the girl is actually my buddy's wife now, but she said, I used to think you guys were so weird because you would just put chicken breasts in the oven for an hour and that's all you'd eat. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I ate for an hour and a half or for a year and a half. Because we'd go to work from 8:30 till 5, go to the gym, eat supper quick, and then study for 2 or 3 hours. And that was my life for 2 years when I was going through my CPA. So I see what you're saying here, but I just don't think that right now is the time to be working towards nothing. You got to have something going on. Unless you've been here for 10 years, then you're probably good. Pulling some Heidegger on you boys. Who's Heidegger? Sounds like you need an assistant, Jordan, no doubt. Came in at the right time. Never a bad time to come in here, Bad Gal B. Good morning. Solar Satoshis is here. Buck52 says, I will say some people are born in some difficult situations. Got to break the cycles. Yes, I would agree with that. I would strongly agree with that. Ooh, that's good. I don't even know what that is. Blue raspberry? I watered it down quite a bit. I don't need an energy drink at 9 in the morning, but I need some caffeine. Whew. From What is Meat Physics? Martin Heidegger. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Martin Heidegger. Heidegger. Travis says, just started a Nosture account. Still figuring it out. How can I find your account? So actually, this is a little hack for everybody out there. For anybody who's using Nostr, I'll show you a little hack for free too. For free, unless you want to zap me for this knowledge. That's part of the new world. But go to Nostr.band. I'll put it in the YouTube for you. Nostr.band. So that's how you can find people pretty easily, actually. Because depending on what relays you're connected to in Nostr, sometimes it is hard to find people by searching their usernames. So you can go to nostr.band, nostr.band, nostr.band. And so you can search for Joran here and then click the search. And then you can see the radical Bitcoin fundamentalist here. That is me. So that's probably the easiest one. Then what you can do is you can go to, you just click that NPub right there, NPub 103M, and that copies it. And then you can paste that into your Nostr account to find me. And I wonder if there's a QR code on here. No, there's not. That's okay. So yeah, that's Nostr.band. That's a really good way to find. You can find pub keys, posts, hashtags, keywords, Nostr.band. It shows a bunch of stats too. It's pretty cool website. So there you go, Travis. You're welcome. You're welcome, my friend. Maria's over here. Wow. And Shani. My goodness. We got Mav21. We got Letha. We got Shani. Shani says, morning Zap fam. Did anyone see Mahler's Money Matters podcast yesterday? Pretty intense. He gets deep. Don't want to ruin it for anyone, but worth a watch. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I love that show. Thanks, Shani. Matt zapped 369. Tesla zapped. Thank you, Matt. And Maria zapped 1,000. Wow. Thank you, Maria. God bless. We actually had you featured on the show yesterday with your, what was it? Cream? Face cream? Tallow face cream? I wanted to, I said that it looked delicious. I wanted to eat it, but I don't think you eat face cream. And we got Sats and Sats and Sunsets over on Rumble. Zapped fiat zap of $10 with the orange whale to go with it. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Sats and Sunsets. That gets you a point on the board. Sats and Sunsets, my man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Frick, I wish I would have got. I'm kind of mad, honestly, right now. I'm kind of shook. If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of shook because I had some cool stuff. So we're gonna have to save it, I guess. Anyways, I'll shut up about that. But now I don't really know what where to go, where to take the conversation from here, because we had shit to talk about. 16, okay. Sad. Well, maybe we should just kick it off. Maybe we'll do like a prelude today. Maybe we'll do a little intro for today and what got me thinking about this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll give some stuff today. So let's go to this. What the hell? Nostradamus doesn't find me. Seems I might be spam. Really? Let me see. What's your username, Scotty? Scotty. Just say just living life. I don't know. Anyways, let's bring up a little spreadsheet here. Let's do some quick math. So this is kind of what triggered the conversation here. Hey, Timber Crasher's here. Good morning. Run a node and solo mine some hash to it. Yes. Great call. All right. So this was this whole segment. I'll probably repeat this tomorrow, but that's okay. So the segment that I was going to talk about today was who the heck wants to be a millionaire? And we're going to dive deeper in this tomorrow. But kind of what I was thinking about, because BitBilly gave us some good wisdom the other day, and I shared a clip specifically talking about that. It was about 4 or 5 minute clip. Of course, it got oppressed by YouTube. But anyways, there's some comments and questions on there, and one of the comments was like, "I'll never take advice from a fiat millionaire," which I thought was hilarious, because you can get so far down the Bitcoin rabbit hole that you really just think that everybody else is dumb and that you're the only one that matters. And because you found Bitcoin, you're a special species and everybody else in history before you was an idiot. But it's like, this technology is only 15 years old. So there is a lot of really good wisdom to be learned from people who can make money and who can protect that money. And the nice thing now is that we don't have to work that hard to protect our money. Not like before, where you had to pay some dipshit 2% of your wealth every year so they could give you 8% back while money's still being printed. So it was hard. And then, of course, if you wanted to increase that gain, you had to take on a little bit more risk, which ultimately led to a lot of loss. And so the nice thing now is you can just add as much value to the world as you want to, and you can store your wealth in Bitcoin. And so kind of one thing we've learned in our time here with the Daily Bitcoin Journey and in Bitcoin and other places, but there are 63 million millionaires out there. 63 million approximately. And depending on which AI you ask, what you type into Google, you might get a slightly different answer. But that's approximately how many million millionaires there are. So the question then is, what is a millionaire? Because everybody might have a different definition of a millionaire. At face value, you'd think that somebody who has $1 million worth of wealth in their portfolio, their net worth, and maybe that's what we'll just go with. Their net worth is $1 million or more. I think that's I don't know how else you could define it. I didn't really want to ask AI because it seemed like a stupid question, but I don't think people really even stop and think about that. Like, what is a millionaire? Who is a millionaire? How do you define a millionaire? What's the criteria that you have to meet to become a millionaire? If you have $1 million house that went up from $600,000 in 2015 to $1.5 million now, are you a millionaire just because they printed more money? I don't know. And that's maybe what we have to get on the same page on here is in terms of what makes a millionaire. Because here's the thing, there's 63 million millionaires today, and that number is only going to go up. There's never going to be less millionaires in the world than there is today. Why? Because they print money every second of every day. And as new dollars get created, all of the assets that the millionaires own also go up in value. So an example of that is if somebody has, let's say that we'll define it as this, just for simplicity. A net worth is $1 million or more. So you take all your assets on the left side of the page, you take all your liabilities on the right side of the page. And if that net amount, your assets minus your liabilities, equals $1 million or more, then we're going to call that a millionaire. I don't know what else you could do. There's be too many subjective alternatives there. So let's say right now, let's say that somebody has a we'll go with like a baby boomer because I think that this is probably the most valid case for it. So a baby boomer has an $800,000 home, no mortgage. They're not a millionaire yet. They're not a millionaire yet. But as more money gets printed, as those dollars flow into the economy, as the price of all assets, including real estate, goes up, this $800,000 house, which they probably bought for $80,000 back in 1960, or even less than that, maybe $8,000, they're now a millionaire. They didn't do any updates to their home. The neighborhood around them didn't get any more valuable. The only thing that happened is they just printed more and more money. The governments, the central banks, they just printed more money. So they've created a bunch of millionaires simply by printing more money. It's not that these people are actually doing anything and adding value to the society. They're just sitting on assets that are continuously appreciating in price because they're printing more money. So this is essentially a soon-to-be millionaire. And there's probably millions of people in this exact situation right now with a house that's worth close to $1 million, no mortgage, and it's just going up and up and up every year because they're printing more money. So this 63 million millionaires here, that's what it is today, but that number is only going to go up. We've talked about this before with billionaires, but never millionaires. There's way more millionaires in the world than there is billionaires. So with that in mind, if we have 63 million millionaires and there's only 21 million Bitcoin, best case, we're going to have 21 divided by 63. Best case, if Saylor sells all their Bitcoin, if Satoshi comes back from the dead and moves his Bitcoin and dumps it onto the market, best case, all of these millionaires are going to have a maximum of 0.33 of a Bitcoin, 33 million sats. That's the max. That's the upper limit. And it's probably not even going to be close to that when you think logically about this, considering how many coins are out there, how many coins are left to be mined, what coins are owned by who. So if you want to reach millionaire status in today's terms, all you need is 0.33 of a Bitcoin. And the crazy thing is that's the upper limit of it. As this number goes up, as it becomes 64 million, and then 65 million, and then 66 million, this number is going to go down. The requirement's going to go down and down and down. As more coins are lost, as Michael Saylor and Strategy purchase more Bitcoin and essentially take those Bitcoin off the market, this number goes down and down and down and down. So you can get that amount right now for what? About $40,000 with a long enough time frame. That's the equivalent. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the actual percentage of ownerships and look at that and look at a few other things attached to that. But I want to check on some comments here before we go further here, because in case I missed something. Ian E says, good morning, Jor, Arnie, and gang. Work hard for fiat, stack sats. Hard work beats talent. Just keep going. Amen. Cheers, Ian. Good to see you today. Thanks for stopping by. We only got about 3 more minutes here. Buck52 says, I will not take diet advice from fat people. That's a really, really good life rule to have. Great question. Doesn't even find my MPUP. No wonder I'm not blowing up on Noster. Scotty. Bit Billy says, I'm more of a fan of if you have the $1 million plus liquid, then you're a millionaire. Not net worth. Yeah, I think that's probably a better measurement, but I don't know what makes up the 63 million millionaires, though. That's the other thing, is I don't know where that number's coming from. Once you become a millionaire, you start back at zero because you don't want to not be a millionaire. True. And that's one thing I've kind of been saying on the show for a while now is it's a really good exercise to take. Number one, just consider how you would feel if you woke up one day and you checked your Bitcoin wallet and it said zero. Just consider that. Think about how much time and energy you've spent into not only providing value to the world to get that value in return in the form of fiat, but also the time and energy you put into learning about sound money and hard assets and Bitcoin. And so that's a good exercise. Ask yourself, how would you feel tomorrow if you woke up with zero sats, and how long do you think it'd take you to get that back with the price where it's at today? Especially somebody who's been around for like 3, 4, 5 years, when you were buying Bitcoin back when it was $15,000. Think about how long it would take you. So, the first thing there is you have to take your Bitcoin security seriously, more so than anything else. Don't get distracted with mining or running nodes or anything. Make sure you have your Bitcoin security absolutely bulletproof. So that's the first part. But the other thing too is a good exercise you could do is just take whatever you have in Bitcoin right now and pretend you're at zero again, and make a new goal to get to 10 million sats or 50 million sats or a full Bitcoin. But it's a good exercise. Start at zero. Pretend like you just showed up to the party here, and just consider whatever you've built up to this point gravy, and just keep grinding and stacking as hard as you possibly can, especially for these next couple of years. It's, at some point here, we're going to reach escape velocity where you're going to be able to work as hard as you want, and your sats balance will hardly move. Scotty says, I would consider a millionaire if you have $1 million in liquid assets. Okay, well, that's a different story then. Or everyone down my street would be a millionaire. Most of them don't have $1,000 cash. Yeah, no doubt, hey? No doubt. BitBilly says, I've established millionaire status in both fiat and Bitcoin, but fiat got me there. Just the way it worked. Yeah, exactly. Just the way it worked. Because how could you have been a millionaire in Bitcoin before Bitcoin existed? Doesn't even make sense. Or before it got to the value that it is today. Raphael Vandenberg. Good morning, Ralph. Sorry, not Ralph. Raphael. Not Raphael. Raphael. Hey, George, just joined the Maple Bitcoin School community. Thanks for the work you do. Nice. Great to have you there, man. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoy it there. It's a great place. A great place. And that is can be found very easily here for anybody else looking to join. School.maplebitcoin. School.com/maplebitcoin. You can sign up for 7 days for free. Check it out. See everything we got in there. Check out the community, and you'll like it. We got 1,000 sats from Todd Afia, another 1,000 sats, and we got 8,888 from our guy Josh. So Josh gets a point on the board. So we got Sats and Sunsets and Josh today with the points. So thank you, fellas. Yes, woo, Raphael. What do I think of the Passport wallet? It's good. Solid wallet. I would suggest people use that one. It's a good one. Today's million is tomorrow's minimum wage. Yes, just the rate that we're going here. Okay, well, unfortunately, everybody, I hate to do this, but it is reality. I got to hit the road. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to be back tomorrow for sure for Hump Day, and we are going to have a good show. So I'm sorry, everybody. This was not in my plans today, but it is what it is. So, anyways, have yourselves an amazing day today. I wish I could stay longer, but that's reality of life. So we'll be back here tomorrow though, and we'll keep this conversation going, and we hope to see you there. So thanks everybody on Rumble. Thanks everybody on Noster. Big shout out to Sats and Sunsets and Josh today for the points on the board. And yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.